A storm's a-coming, baby.
Stormy Night Live. Daniels makes a surprise appearance on a star-studded SNL sketch. But could this end up hurting her case?
God, if I were a lawyer, I'd be very upset.
Then, sizzling Black Panther star Michael B. Jordan reveals how he's bringing the heat to his newest role.
I want to burn.
And a brand new View Your Deal Oprah edition. Plus, CNN political contributor Amanda Carpenter's guest co-hosting. The House of Hot Topics is in session with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin. Now, let's get things started.
So Megan isn't here today, and joining us as guest co-host, please welcome CNN contributor and author of the new book, Gaslighting America, Amanda Carpenter. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, the line between politics and pop culture just keeps getting blurrier. First up, SNL's Cold Open was a star-studded White House sketch featuring a surprise appearance by Stormy Daniels. Take a look.
Stormy, this is Michael Cohen. Are you alone?
Yes?
And what are you wearing?
Excuse me?
Okay, Michael, I can take it from here.
Okay, but as your attorney, I highly advise against you.
Just tell me, what do you need for this to all go away?
A resignation?
Yeah, right.
I know you don't believe in climate change, but a storm's a-coming, baby.
So the new guy's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, who we'll be talking about a little later on, claims that this appearance proves she's just in this for fame, money, and glory. This could hurt her credibility, he says. Do you
Unlike
agree?
him, he's all over the place. So.
I thought the jokes were hilarious, but being that the biggest counterpunch to her is that she's looking for fame, and she has said in every interview, no, I just want to clear up my story. I found, for me, if I were advising her, I would have said, don't do this. Because, again, it was hysterical.
Yeah.
But I think it goes against, it already feeds into what everyone else said.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her industry, but man, I'm a fan of the way that she goes toe-to-toe with Donald Trump. No one that is going to take on Trump should cede the media space to him. Donald Trump will call anybody that stands in his way a liar, publicity seeker, shred their credibility. And what she does, she shows the advice I give in my book, is that you have to own your narrative. You have to know who you are and be able to be yourself in the spotlight, because isn't it worth it? Like, to take on Donald Trump, he's going to do that to everybody.
My experience with her is that exactly what she does.
Yes,
when she came on here, she was very credible.
Oh, I agree.
And she was pretty straightforward and honest lady, and so she's having a little fun. I don't think it hurts her at
It
all.
makes it tougher to defend her, though, because when you have met her, she seemed very credible to me.
Yeah.
It's hard when you try to tell someone that when they're like, and there she was on SNL. It just makes it a little difficult.
Everybody appears on SNL. Donald Trump himself appeared on
But those are already
SNL in a
public
chicken
figures.
suit.
Those are,
I think we have the picture, right? I mean, he was in a chicken suit with everyone else.
They already have fame, though, when they go on there, typically.
But it was during the campaign.
But he was already famous.
Well, listen, she's doing a better job taking on Donald Trump, I think, than anybody in the Democratic Party. I hand it to her, and I hand it to Michael Avenatti. They should take some lessons.
And I will say this to you, Rudy. Before you knock Stormy for going on SNL, let's remind you of this when you were hosting back in '97. Yeah, you know what?
The blonde is Rudy.
SNL.
I think it's Gray.
The white-haired person.
The white-haired person.
I think, you know what? Sometimes even the most credible people need a break. And so maybe this was just her way of having a little fun at his expense. And, you know, it's all right. It didn't bother me, but... You know, not like so much other stuff that went on over the weekend bothered me. Like, you know, Rudy, he's not shut up. His media blitz has been forcing the White House to keep changing their story on Stormy. I mean, I can't imagine they're too happy about what he told George yesterday. Hold on, let me show you.
Did Michael Cohen make payments to other women for the president?
I have no knowledge of that, but I would think if it was necessary, yes.
See? Stop talking.
But you know what?
Stop talking.
But he has already said so many things that were wrong and against Trump, and he's still there.
But this is the thing about many of Trump's surrogates. They are media kamikazes. They will go to the cameras, blow themselves up just to draw the attention. If you see his explanation later, he's like, well, everyone's paying attention to us now. Guess what? That's the point.
Yeah, Donald
and he
Trump
keeps
likes
winning.
it.
Assume this stuff is going to keep working for Trump until somebody can seize the narrative back and is willing to play that game and compete in the media.
Well,
right now,
Donald Trump
nobody
enjoys
does.
it, though.
Avenatti does
Yeah,
that, and
he's
that's
the
why
only one.
he's ahead.
That's why
That's
he's
right.
so well. Donald Trump, I think, likes his surrogates to go out.
Yes.
I think he thinks Rudy Giuliani is doing a great job from a legal perspective. He's doing a terrible
Have you
job.
ever spoken with lawyers?
getting
They usually
himself-
are the most carefully worded
Of
people
course.
ever.
You
I'm married
don't
to
do
one.
this.
You don't do this because if it's one thing for the rest of his administration and surrogates to be a little loose-lipped, it is your job as a lawyer to really carefully choose your words so no one can use that back
Well,
against
we're known
you.
as wordsmiths, right? I mean, that's the job. And what I was really troubled by when he was interviewed by George Stephanopoulos on This Week, he said this. He says, George asked him, hey, when did Trump learn about the payment to Stormy Daniels? Right. This is Rudy Giuliani's answer. Those are the facts that we're still working on. Well, guess what? Facts don't really change. They remain the same.
But I don't think. But they're really not trying. They're not trying to win a legal argument. I think they're just trying to win in the court of public opinion.
What lawyer
We're
doesn't
fighting.
want to win a legal argument?
Well, here's my prediction. Donald Trump is going to take this. He's going to dare Congress to impeach him. I mean, seriously, he plays brinksmanship politics. Robert Mueller is not going to haul him out of the White House in handcuffs. He's going to write a report. Congress is going to get the report, and it's going to be in their lap. Sure, a Democratic House may impeach him, and then he dares the Senate to go to a 2/3 supermajority vote.
Yeah.
And how hard would that be if Republicans are going to run it?
Let me
So
ask
I
you
think
something.
Donald
He would
Trump is
resign
happy
first.
to. I don't think so. He's never given up that platform.
If Mueller finds that he has actually broken the law, like committed a felony, what does that got to do with impeachment? Just put him in jail.
I don't. The FBI. If you listen to James Comey in his interviews, they want it to be solved politically. The FBI does not want to be put in that position.
I don't know
You know,
about that.
the
I
United
don't
States of
agree with that.
America is in jeopardy right now because of things like that.
They would have to find a dead
every
body on the
Republican
floor to do
interview was
it.
saying,
Well,
we don't care about
actually,
his
no.
lives.
Doesn't take a dead body. Sometimes all it takes is a dress. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Still ahead, the Kanye effect. The president thanks the rapper for doubling his approval rating with black male voters. Could Kanye be Trump's secret weapon in 2020? If you are in the white hot center of the news, this is where you come to voice your view.
Character matters. Truth-telling matters.
Women are not going to be silenced. They're not going to be intimidated. They are going to speak their truth.
Because this is the only place in daytime
This is the interview that meant the most to my wife, so thanks for...
taking on the newsmakers.
What I do for a job doesn't impact my ability to know right from wrong or to tell the truth.
We're The View.
I take such pride in the idea that the president watches our show.
He sure watches this show.
Our show.
Hello. On ABC.
Hey, welcome back. SNL also had some fun with the impact that Kanye West's sudden support for the White House is having on America in a parody of the thriller A Quiet Place. Take a look.
Guys, don't talk unless it's absolutely necessary. If we're too loud, we'll all be killed. Kanye has the hat and everything. And Trump signed it. He signed the hat, y'all. Let me see that. Oh, come on, Kanye.
So the new conversation now is that Kanye may be having a real effect since he came out in support of the White House. A Reuters poll found that you know whose poll numbers doubled with black male voters from 11 to 22 and went from 3 to 9 for black women.
believe it.
I don't believe the black women one. They're
do
too
not-
smart for that.
9% still isn't good.
I have to say that what the Reuters gentleman said was that the sample size was too small to reliably suggest any shift in public opinion. I have to say, yeah, I mean, even though there's 5 black people behind him with a sign that says "Blacks for Trump."
They have a shirt too. Yep.
There's a shirt. There's like 4 or 5 guys standing. I think it's the same person. I think it's the same 5 people. They go everywhere. But I could be wrong.
Did they
I could be wrong.
It looks as though they had a sample of 300 and a little over 300 people. Were they black people, they asked? It could have been white people who said, yes, black people are happy now.
Yeah, this poll was actually pretty sketchy. It was people who opted in. It was the people who were selected randomly. But this is what Trump does. Anything that reflects favorably on him, true or not, he's going to hold it up and say, look, I'm winning the black vote. And it's up to us to have to explain it constantly. Welcome to the Trump train.
You know what that's called? The big lie. It's been used in other dictatorships. You keep lying and lying and lying.
But he has people like the Daily Caller. Yeah, there's a lot of people who go along with it.
That's right.
But if it's true, I just the premise is somehow that Trump has done so much for the African American community, and I just don't see it.
I don't think anybody in their right mind
would
can
think that.
point to anything.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you have some conservative commentators, some pundits saying that yes, that the unemployment rate is lower now in the African American community, which really is the same under Obama, of course.
Well, though we
The
can give
economy's
Trump that,
doing
but
well.
doesn't mean we have to endorse every other thing.
No, we can't give him that. The economy has been getting better for the last, I don't know.
And it got suddenly better after Barack
years.
Obama left the White House.
It didn't get suddenly better. What are you talking about?
Sure, it did. There was the Trump bump that happened as soon as Donald Trump came in. The stock market went crazy. Some people were even saying this is so good it's going to crash soon.
No,
Doesn't it always
you know
bump
what?
with
It
a new
always. I mean, it always bumps with a new president. But he didn't.
This was
He didn't
different
bring
because
anything new.
Corporate America knew that they were going to take the stranglehold of regulation off them. They knew that Republicans were intent on changing the tax code, and so they made a lot of investment based on that. There was a change,
Do you
and
think-
that was because of the new administration.
Does he care?
I disagree, but that's okay.
Does he care? Do you think that the Trump administration cares about the African American community? Because if you look at his recent White House intern picture, I didn't see too many people of color up in there. So it just seems to me that he's not necessarily giving African Americans more opportunity, even within his own administration. Do you think he cares about black people?
I think he's an ego. I think there are people in the administration that definitely care, but I think he has such a big ego. He wants to be the guy who says, oh, I saved black people. He wants to be the one that said, oh, I saved the Dreamers, even though he doesn't actually care. I think he just wants that check on the wall, which is why I don't fully trust what he says. But I do think there's people in the administration that make things better, absolutely.
I wish you'd point him out.
Yeah, me too. Other than Ben
I wish you'd
Carson.
point him out. We'll be back. Welcome back. On Friday, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds signed a bill into law that would ban abortions once a heartbeat is detected, which can happen as early as 6 weeks. So is this a giant step backwards? Is this government's fingers in something that it shouldn't be in, or what?
The thing is that a lot of women don't even know they're pregnant in the first 6 weeks. I mean, I've seen that, where you don't even, you just feel a little something, maybe. So it's really not enough time to make a decision. I don't know what they're trying to do in Iowa. That's your sound.
I can't claim that today.
Well, I will say this law does have exceptions for rape, incest, medical emergency. And listen, nobody knows when life begins, but laying down a marker that a heartbeat, I think, makes some sense. And if you are pro-life, certainly when you can detect a heartbeat, there is life present. And so if Iowa wants to make a law to do this, they have every right to.
No,
they
but
went
that
through the
goes-
legal channels.
wait
They
a
passed it in
second. That
Congress.
goes
The
against-
Republican governor signed it.
I know that, but we have a law of the land, which is called Roe v. Wade.
Sure.
Which is, I'm not a lawyer, but I know that Roe v. Wade is based on privacy.
It's a woman's right to privacy and making medical decisions. But I can agree with Amanda on the point that a lot of people, I believe life begins at conception. That's my faith tells me that. But if you have a heartbeat, then certainly life is present. And, you know, if people think that it's unconstitutional, which it very well may be because this is the law of the land, then let them challenge it in front of the Supreme
And
Court.
abortion is legal, but you have a right within the states to put restrictions on it, and that's exactly what that state is doing.
But you know how? Go ahead. Sorry. The beauty of this country is it's a law of lands and land of laws. Excuse me. And the point was that the reason we coexist is that we differ on these opinions. And I don't think everyone does agree that life begins at that point. And they also, if you're
no one knows. I mean, it is a mystery, but I'm happy to talk about weeks.
Well, there's also the idea that to be pro-life should be for the mother as well, because that is a viable life that's living right here.
Right, and there's a medical emergency exception in that.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to make a greater point that what bothers me of that is you're legislating a religious belief for the most part. And
I don't think it's medical based if they're talking about 6 weeks and a fetal heartbeat.
This is look.
This is
I don't
choosing
want
between
you
two
telling
lives.
me when I can and can't do this. This decision is hard enough. Now, you don't have to do it. No one who does not want to have an abortion has to have one. Okay, you don't have to do it. But if I am not of your faith, if I am an atheist and I believe that this is not right for my family, it is not right for my life, that is my decision. And you and my doctor, not you, but my doctor and I, because doctors have a lot to say about when you can, when you shouldn't. And so that's a conversation between doctor and patient.
And many people do it the right way by passing a law. Didn't they do it the right way, though, in this instance?
You mean Roe v. Wade?
No, in Iowa, they passed
They're
the law.
trying to get it to jump to the Supreme Court. That's the strategy of it.
The Supreme Court will review it.
You know
And
what?
isn't
You know
that
what ticks
how
me
it
off?
should be?
A lot of the same people who are in this category of whatever happened there in Iowa they also want to legislate birth control. They don't want you to practice birth control either. If you're going to follow a religious law, that's basically.
But I don't think there's a movement to quell birth control at this
Well,
point. I mean, Plan B is available over the counter now, which has cut down the rate of
pulling
abortion.
money out
So
of
why do we have to have abortion at
They're pulling
all
money
the
out of
extreme
Planned
limits?
Parenthood, and typically Planned Parenthood goes into low-income areas or rural areas, hello, Iowa, where people can't afford other things. So they want to take away the options of. By the way, abortions are only one small percentage of Planned Parenthood. Most of it's affordable health care and screenings. So you're pulling out these resources for so many of these women it affects, but you're also saying you can't do this, so you're leaving women with no option. And therefore, how do you say that's pro-life when there's a life right there in the middle that's not getting cared for? It's the mother.
Well, I think...
You can't, baby. We'll be right back.
Hey, my name is Michael B. Jordan. The B stands for Believe Me. I'm tired of being asked what the B stands for. So, coming up next on The View. Tune in.
Michael B. Jordan was one of, was one of the great movie villains. You couldn't help but sympathize with him in the record-breaking blockbuster Black Panther.
Say that.
Record-breaking blockbuster Black Panther. He's changing the game again with a stunning new take on Ray Bradbury's classic Fahrenheit 451. Take a look.
Did you think that one tiny crime would be wiped out by thousands of good deeds? That there would be no punishment?
Little knowledge is a dangerous thing. You read a few lines, you're ready to blow up the world, chop heads off, destroy authority. I know. I've been through it all. Now, what do you want to do?
I want to learn.
Please welcome back the fabulous Michael B. Jordan.
I'm gonna need a permanent seat up here. I'm gonna need a cup with my name on it or something.
People
What's up?
She's fanning herself. Yeah, she's fanning
Biggest
herself.
fans up in that corner.
Up there, where? How you guys doing? What's up?
She's been talking about
Yeah,
you
no,
all day.
My girls? How you guys doing?
That's an
What's up?
audience full. They don't even know what show they're at right now. They just knew you were going to be there. But you're so busy right now. You did this movie. You're shooting right now in Philadelphia, Creed 2.
Yep.
And over the weekend, we had the Derby, Cinco de Mayo. Did you get to go out at all, or was this all work?
No, I had plans to kind of go out for Cinco de Mayo, but I ended up just staying at home. I ordered Postmates. You know, I use Postmates all the time, and I tried about 4 or 5 different Mexican restaurants, and they started to come, and then they canceled the request. They canceled my order.
Oh.
So I literally was just sitting at home, icing my knee, like literally. I ended up getting a cheesesteak. I didn't end up doing anything.
no.
And I just stayed at home playing video games all night. So I planned on having a nice Cinco de Mayo, but I ended up just staying in and, you know, just not doing
You were going to
anything.
eat your way through it.
I played video games the whole night. So it was a relaxing night.
And tonight's a big night for you. You're going to the Met Gala.
I am.
I know.
Now,
It's a good party.
I know you've been before, and a lot of times people are kind of veiled in secrecy about what they're going to wear.
Yeah,
but can you
yeah.
give us a little clue?
Just a little hint.
I mean,
Ooh,
Kinda like that.
I like the middle one.
because they're all themed, you know what I'm saying? So this year's, I think it's religion is this year's theme, and I can't. I'm wearing a designer that never made a full suit before.
Oh.
So that's the only.
That's revealing.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
I will
Have a
have
good
a
time.
party for the both of us. I got
Yeah,
you.
please,
I
because
got you.
see all
I
the
only done it
pictures.
twice. I can't do it more than that. It's just too much. But you got to grin.
I love seeing all the pictures of what people wear.
Yeah.
A religious theme.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so just a little.
Gonna be interesting.
little-
That's
little
gonna be
sneak out
good.
there.
Let's see who screams tomorrow. I'm just saying. So last time you were here,
Yes, ma'am.
African American Panther was just about to come out, and you're playing Eric Killmonger.
Yes.
And people thought it would do well. We convinced people it was going to do well. But then,
Man.
You told me too. It's
I
funny.
did tell you.
Yeah, you did. You were right.
It messed everybody up because it came out and it did the one thing that everybody tells us can't be done. It took over the whole world.
Yeah.
Including, didn't y'all go to Jordan? Didn't it open in Egypt?
It opened in Saudi Arabia. It was it was the first film in 35 years that that country allowed a film to
they're
be
moving along.
opened there. It is. So it was definitely a statement and a milestone for us. So I don't think anybody thought it would be as big as it is, and it's still in theaters. It's still growing.
going.
Yeah.
And for the cast and for myself. We really can't really wrap our brains around it because it's still living.
Yeah.
You know, I think afterwards when the dust settles a little bit, then I think the real impact is going to.
You having trouble keeping your feet on the ground?
No, my feet. They're planted firmly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what we love about you.
Because I hear some of the fan stories. These people, your fans, they're going wild. They've gone viral, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to read this because I can't remember this. One young woman took a cardboard cutout of you to her prom. That's unbelievable. Another fan broke her retainer when she saw you shirtless in Black Panther.
I know,
I didn't break my
right?
retainer.
No.
And wait, and last week a fan direct messaged you and got to meet you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What happened there?
We were filming on Temple's campus, and our base camp was in the parking lot, and you could, the dorm room windows, you can see us coming in and out of the hair and makeup trailer and stuff like that. So I was coming out of hair and makeup, and they started screaming out the window. So I popped, by real quick and just said hello, and then they were just, shouting out all crazy things, and they were like, I'll cook for you. Let me cook something for you. You don't gotta cook anything. And this nice young lady, she was like, I'll let me make you something. I was like, well, what do you want to make? She said soul food. I said, cool, make me some soul food. So then So
she's
they
beautiful.
DM'd me. No, this is the other lady.
This is
right?
another lady. This is a different girl.
So like, no, I answered a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Just saying hello, because I was, when I'm there, I like to, I want to feel in touch with people.
Did you get the soul food?
I did. I took a couple bites. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I ate it. It was okay. It was good.
Okay.
She did her thing. I'm gonna put her on blast. She did her thing. But that young lady, I told her and her friends to come down and grab some pictures while I was there, and it was cool.
sweet.
It was fun.
That's great.
Yeah, it was good. They're in college. They're working hard. You know what I'm saying? They're working on a degree. So show some love.
And it's a thing that doesn't happen often. Somebody who looks like you comes on to their campus and is saying, hello, I am responding to you because you're keeping me doing what I do.
Exactly.
That's a great thing to do.
And that's what it is. It's one of those things that, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I'm from my community. I have to, for me, just stay grounded in part of that conversation. I'm no matter how big, no matter all my success accolades, I got to be able to, have that conversation no matter where I'm at.
Right.
So,
Let's talk about your new film. You got another film, Fahrenheit 451, which is based on the Ray Bradbury book.
Yep.
It's a science fiction book,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a scary script. I mean, the firefighters burn books. You know what they used to say? People who burn books will burn people. That was during World War II. It's very scary.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of controlling free thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think about that in today's world?
No, I think it's a book that was written, over 60 years ago. It could have been written last year, and it's for me to be a part of this project and tell this story that I think is so important to today is, the free thought, choice, media control, anti-intellectual. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to control us as much as you can. So to be able to play a character that challenges that, I thought was really important today, and be able to send a positive message out there. So,
yes, indeed.
to be able to, team up with HBO again and co-produce my production company was a big deal for me, and work with Michael Shannon was an incredible experience. So I checked off all my boxes. It was really important to me.
You just checked off a couple of your boxes. You got a lot more boxes to check off. You know what? Come back anytime, all the time. You're just,
He's a regular.
Yeah.
I need to cut my name. I want a little honorary name here.
You got to guest
I'll
co-host.
come by.
Thanks to Michael B. Jordan. Fahrenheit 451 premieres on HBO May 19th. The DVD of Black Panther is available tomorrow. And thanks to our parent company, Disney, you know what? Members of our studio audience are going home with a digital download today. We will be right back.
Oh yeah, this table has heard it all. Cause this is the place where people come to voice their view.
That's what The View does.
But this May, even we can't believe who's about to hit this table. Laurie Metcalf, Gabrielle Union, Annette Bening, Terrence Howard, Martha Stewart, and watch what happens with Andy Cohen.
You're welcome for that.
Plus, if you're looking for the hottest political exclusives, look no further than The View.
That's unbelievable.
Serving a View strong all May long.
Take a little time to enjoy The View.
Welcome back. Apparently turning 40 can freak a lot of people out, and writer Pamela Druckerman wrote a New York Times article on how to survive your 40s, which she says is the decade where you find out who you truly are. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you how it is when I hit it. But as far as I can tell from just my imagination,
The 30s are going so well for
I know. It is a very, very crucial period, in my opinion. And I was saying this before. The 40s is when you can change your life, and I changed mine 100%. But the unfortunate thing is that in our workforce, there is a lot of ageism. So when you start a new career, you're up against all these people who want 20-year-olds, primarily because they ask for less money, I think, too. So it's a tricky business.
Let me tell you what, I'm 35. I have a 6-year-old daughter and an almost 5-year-old son, and I am hoping by the time I'm 40, I know if my husband's listening, if we're going to have another. So we got to figure that out by the time I'm 40.
Yeah, I've enjoyed. I'm almost out of my 40s. I'll be 50 in October, but I've loved it. Truly, truly. I've loved it. Really? I've enjoyed it.
It's the most fun
I think
decade.
each decade you enter, like my mom once said, she would never go back to a different one, and she's in her 70s now, and I kind of have felt that every time I've moved up. That
not going back to
you know
20.
you might
just
enjoy
went
some
into
high
40.
points. Yeah, I just
joined the club.
But unlike you, my kids are like this big, and it's still really stressful.
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing to say? Nothing to say?
I have nothing to say. I like every decade that I'm alive. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. You know?
Get ready for the Big O. We partnered with vendors for at least half off Oprah's latest batch of favorite things right after this.
Oprah's setting the itinerary on today's View Your Deal because we partnered with vendors for at least half off some of O Magazine's latest batch of favorite things while supplies last. Here to show them off, welcome back Creative Director of O Magazine, Adam Glassman.
Hello. Hi. Okay, we're going to start with one of our favorite things. It's the hottest thing. It's called a gratitude jar. It's a way to collect memories and moments. You want to have all these big life events. These jars each come with all of these beautiful note cards.
These are so cute.
They're so great. So you write everything that you're grateful for, and you put it into the gratitude jar. You could write love notes to your loved one or yourself every
Probably
day.
myself, but
No. And you put it in there. You could make wishes, and you put it into the wish jar. These are totally great gifts for
And then
friends,
you save them for like
family.
a rainy day and read through them?
Exactly, and read through it. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Absolutely. The price normally is $45. Today it's going to be $22.50, so we're going to save 50% on the gratitude jars.
Oh, I love this. And you
These
could
are
get
great.
this for literally anyone.
Anyone.
Man,
Anyone,
woman,
everyone
grandparent,
loves them.
child, like-
They were our favorite thing this year. They sold out like hotcakes. 1, 2, 3.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you.
This
it's
is a
great.
feel-good one.
Okay. Catherine Weitzman makes really beautiful jewelry. These are freshly pressed flowers, handmade in Hawaii. Yes, put in there.
Oh,
really
these are
beautiful.
gorgeous.
There are also birthstone shaker necklaces. You see these?
Yeah.
They have all these birthstones with genuine gemstones.
Look at these.
These are great. These are their
Oh,
little
this is like a
pineapples,
little
and they
Oh,
shake.
that's a pineapple.
That's
Okay.
a pineapple.
I was like,
and
it's
they
a genie
shake.
in a bottle.
They come in gold, they come in silver, handmade in Hawaii. I have to tell you, they're great. The prices are even better.
Okay.
Normally, these are priced from $120 to $145. Today, the deal is up to 74%. $38 each. $38 each.
amazing. And they're
Honestly,
handmade.
and they're handmade. They're really gorgeous. Okay, I love the
these from a
corsicle. Do you know what these are? These canteens
Are these
and
hot
these
and
thermoses,
cold?
hot and cold. Triple insulated. Triple insulated. Beautiful colors. They're great
love
to
the
hold
green.
on to.
Yeah.
You could use these at your desk. You could take them to the pool. You could go to stadiums with them. Totally great. The large one, and you're gonna love this, holds an entire bottle of wine. So you could go out there, ladies, and no one would know you're
Perfect for
really
a
fun.
road.
Okay. The prices normally are $25 to $33. Today they're gonna be $12.50 to $16.50. So we're gonna save 50%. These are great.
I drink out of something like this every morning because you can go hot and cold.
You
Tea
go
and
hot and
follow with your
cold.
water.
Exactly. Okay.
These are so cute. It's hot sauce.
These are hot sauces. It's a sampler set from Thoughtfully. It's called The Good Hurt. You get 7 different hot sauces
The
from
Good
around
Hurt.
the
It used to be an oxymoron. Not anymore.
Look how cute that's packaged, like a bundle
so
of
adorable.
dynamites. The flavors are from mild to really wowza.
Yeah,
You
this is
can put
gonna
them
be a
onto
fun
eggs,
game. Yeah.
tacos.
You can put hot sauce on anything.
Anything. This is a great Father's Day gift if you want to think ahead.
Or a Mother's Day gift. I'm a hot sauce girl.
Absolutely. I don't know if he's going to get there in time, though.
Yeah, true.
If you want to ship
You're
it
right.
to your
You're right.
mother.
You're right.
The prices normally are $35. Today they're going to be $17, so we're going to save 51% on
And
this.
what's cute? It's all in the packaging. That
Really
is
cute.
adorable.
All about the packaging. Okay, this is my favorite organizational travel.
Now we're tough.
This is amazing. This is from Person.
Oh my gosh, there's
This
like an
is the
individual thing for each
The
pair of
magic is in the inside of these bags. There are tons of zippers, compartments, all these different
Designed
pouches.
by a type A person right here.
Absolutely. It's
I
going to
like
keep all your jewelry very organized,
That's so
all your
cute.
makeup very organized, so it doesn't like get junky in the makeup drawer.
I like
all
it.
of that. Also, brand new from her are these stadium-approved game day bags, which are really great. Ladies, you know about this. If
Yeah.
you go to stadiums, you need clear bags. It's really hard to find chic
I had
ones.
no idea.
Really hard to find chic ones. Okay.
See, you can pack your hot sauce in your purse.
The whole thing.
Wait.
The prices normally are $15 to $138. Today the deal is going to be $7.50 to $69, and you're saving 50% on that.
Okay, I don't want to miss this one.
Okay. Rock
These are
Flower
so
Paper.
cute.
This is a great company. They're known for their prints. They're known for their colors. I'm going to start with a kimono.
Yes.
Lightweight, comfy, cozy. The genius of this is that there's an armhole, so it will never slip off. Really easy. Because you know the shawls sometimes
Yes,
slip
that
off.
magical armhole.
Exactly. Wear it over a swimsuit.
Yes.
Wear it over jeans. You can go from the pool to dinner with them. They're also doing these
These are
great.
so cute,
They're
the
so
patterns.
cute. Reusable tote bags.
Look at the dog
They
one.
come packaged like this, Sarah. You get 4 of them.
I want
Really
this
cute.
one. Look at that.
And we have travel
I
organizers.
think I spotted a chihuahua. Okay, how much is it going to cost us?
The prices are anywhere from $33 to $45. Today the deal is going to be $16.50 to $22.50. So that is 50% off.
That's amazing,
Yes.
Adam. You always bring the best deals. A big thank you to Adam Glassman. The clock is ticking. You have 24 hours to grab any of these exclusive deals at viewyourdeal.com. And members of the audience are going home with a makeup case from Person and a copy of O Magazine.